Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going, everybody? DishNet34 here, welcoming you to tonight's episode of this show right here. This Week in Perfect Team, episode number 171. We have a big night for you all tonight. Probably one of our most anticipated sets of the entire cycle thus far. Oh man. What a night we have for y'all tonight. Hopefully y'all are having a great week so far. Oh man. I'm looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to this night all week long. Just going through the slides prior to tonight's stream. There's a lot of good players that are coming up this evening. So we're just gonna get right into it tonight. But we're just gonna go ahead and start first with a look at the Perfect League standings. Oh man, some good stuff right here so far. 54 and 47 for the Iron Rangers at the top of the AC East Division. 1.5 games up on the Edinburgh Diamond Devils right now, so pretty close race there. An even closer race in the AC Central Division, where the McNoosh Brigade are up by just 1 game over the Castroville Mashers and the Manchester Working Bees. Pretty good stuff right there. The AC West has the New York Empire up by 3 games on the Madison Moundsmen at the moment. However, the New York Empire have lost 4 in a row, so that's a little concerning right there. In the AC Maze division, we have the Bitter and Angry Unicorn in first place with a 59 and 40 record, 3.5 games up on the Scarborough Tigers. Over in the National Conference, we have the Ancapistan Free Folk at 52 and 49, 2.5 games up on the Seattle Aftershocks, the 2-time Perfect League champion Seattle Aftershocks, I should say. In the NC Central, we have the San Angelo Warbirds in first place, 4.5 games up on Bob Loblaw's Law Blogs. Pretty fun race going on there. In the NC West, it's a little bit more spread out. The Union City Unicorns with the best record in Perfect League right now at 63 and 38. 8 games up on the baseball team. So that is definitely the Unicorns to lose at this point. And then finally in the NC Young Division, oh, what a race we got over there. 2 of the best teams in the league right now, the North Bend Acer and the Watertown Herons, within a half game of each other right now. By the way, Watertown Herons, last week's Perfect League champion, trying to make the playoffs again, trying to get a repeat going. So there we go. There's a look at the Perfect League standings as they are as of 8:30 Eastern Time this evening. All right, so real quick programming note before we move on. There will not be a broadcast of the weekly showdown tomorrow night, mainly because I need to save my voice for this PTCS 3. A reminder that it is this Saturday, September 10th, beginning at noon Eastern, with the finals coverage here on the Out of the Park Developments Twitch channel. For those of you who don't know, top 128 teams from the last 5 cumulative weeks in each of the 4 formats participate in the Perfect Team Championship Series. There's a look at the formats once again. Daily and weekly Perfect Draft will have Boom Defensive Power Perfect Draft, cards from 1961 to 2004 with a 1990 run environment. Daily Traditional High Gold Floor Max Diamond 2323 cap. And then the weekly traditionals, also Boom Defensive Power as well. First place in each PTCS will receive the PTCS exclusive shortstop Alan Trammell that we revealed last week. Well, oh man, I wanted to show this off last week, but I couldn't. But here it is. Second for 32nd place, in case you missed it, will receive choice packs. Yes, we are finally launching choice packs. This is kind of the pilot of the choice packs that will be coming into tournaments very, very soon. For the PTCS, second place, we'll be able to choose from 1 of 6 perfect cards that come from Tournament Batch 1 and 2. Third and fourth place, we'll choose from 1 of 6 high diamond cards from Tournament Batch 1 and 2. Fifth through 8th place, we'll choose from 1 of 6 low diamond cards from Tournament Batch 1 and 2. 9th through 16th, we'll have a choice from 1 of 6 high gold cards from Tournament Batch 1 and 2. And 17th through 32nd place, we'll get 1 of 6 low gold cards from Tournament Batch 1 and 2. I do see that choice packs picks a random pick of 6 or 6 cards to choose from. I do believe these particular choice packs have been curated by the team. So there we go. So it is a set of 6 cards. It is not random whatsoever. At least for these ones. Each choice for the 2nd through 32nd place will have 3 cards from Tournament Batch 1 and 3 cards from Tournament Batch 2 to choose from. Choice packs will be an upcoming prize for other tournaments in the ecosystem sometime in the very near future. Alrighty. So, let's go ahead and get to the content tonight. Negro League Collection 2. So, we have impactful new player cards and mission rewards from Negro League history. There are 73 cards total that we are going to be dropping tonight, but we're going to show off 20 of the ones you will find in packs tonight. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and start out. We're going to start out in the bronze ranks. We'll have a couple of bronze cards to show off for you. Nope, there's no LEs tonight. We wanted to put LEs on the back seat for tonight, to give these players, their own spotlight for tonight. Just because that was a decision we made for this week. So let's go ahead and start in the bronze level. There are no iron cards. There are no iron cards that we're going to be releasing tonight. So, let's go ahead and get started with a bronze level card. We start off with Dink Mothel, second baseman, played from 1934 to about 1932. Hit 268, 350, 377 for his career. 268, 350, 377 with 18 career homers and 309 RBIs. This guy kind of played a little all over the field during his career. However, he had often caught for some Negro League luminaries such as Jose Mendez, John Donaldson, Bullet Joe Rogan, Andy Cooper as well. He was even part of a Kansas City Monarchs tour of Asia, where they played in places like Manila in 1934. So there you go. Pretty cool guy right here. 53 BABIP, 22 power, 86 avoid K, 58 on the contact, 77 on the gap power, 68 on the eye. Speed, stealing, base running, not bad. 72 speed, 103 stealing, 69 on the base running. Sack bunt. Oh man, this guy can bunt. Look at that right there. 126 on the sack bunt, but he can play almost anywhere on the field. Catcher, first base, second base, third base, left field, center field, right field, and decent-ish at a lot of it. 53 catcher ability, 53 catcher arm, 72 infield range, 76 infield error, 60 infield arm, 78 on the turn double play, 64 outfield range, 65 outfield error, and 69. Pretty nice outfield arm right there. Alrighty, so there you go. Dink Mothel, second baseman, 63 overall. In Perfect Team 23. And don't worry, folks, LE cards will return next week. Alright, so don't fret that LEs are over. Oh my god! They're just not happening for this week. Alright? Let's move on. 67 overall, Bob Mcclure. Oh man, right-handed starting pitcher, 53 stuff, 81 movement, and 71 control. Yes, indeed, it is another Bob. Fastball, slider, changeup, sinker combo right here. 97 stamina and 61 on the hold runner, Bob Mcclure. Oh, let's see. Aha, there's the one. So he played from 1920 to 1930 for quite a few teams. The Indianapolis ABCs, Cleveland Tate Stars, Baltimore Black Sox, Baccarat Giants, Brooklyn Royal Giants. Pretty decent player, Bob Mcclure. Won double-digit games twice in his career. In 1925 with 15 wins and 1927 where he had 10 wins. He also had a 9-2 season with a 2.59 ERA in 1924. Pretty decent. He led the Eastern Colored League in games in 1926 with 26 as well. So pretty decent stuff. Pretty good for a bronze card, I do believe. Is he related to Troy? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. So there we go. Bob Mcclure from the Negro League collection is in Perfect Team 23. Yeah, it does seem like a decent cap starter. I definitely agree. Movement, pretty good. Control, not bad for a bronze, if I do say so myself. All right, so there's the bronze cards we're showing off for you tonight. Let's move on to the silver ranks. And we start off with 72 overall, George Carr, first baseman. Woo! Woo! This guy pretty good. 62 BABIP, 66 power, 78 avoid K, 76 contact, 77 gap power, and 50 I. But I think a lot of y'all are going right to the speed, stealing, base running here. 105 speed, 93 stealing, and 87 on the base running. Whew. This guy, he is fast. And pretty decent utility guy as well. He can play first. He can play second. He can play third. He can play short. He can play left. He can play center. And he can play right field as well. Well, I mean, with the ratings he has, he can technically play shortstop and center field, but you know, he's a super utility guy at heart. 67 infield range, 59 error, 59 arm, 62 turn double play. In the outfield, he has 62 range, 73 error, and 59 on the arm. There were a lot of Negro Leaguers that did play multiple positions during when the Negro Leagues were a thing. So not everybody played multiple positions, but there were some that, you know, had pitching and catching, or played pitcher and then played the field. There were also good hitters as well. Yeah, and like Nicolino says in the chat, the rosters were around only 18 to 20 players deep. So you kind of had to have some versatility to play a lot of different positions. So the necessity was kind of there to play a lot of positions. But yeah, George Carr in his career, if I can get my stats here, George Carr played technically from 1916 to about 1934. However, there's only stats available from 1920 and onwards in Baseball Reference's database. So that's a lot of what I'm going with for the stats we're showing off tonight. But from 1920 to 1934, he hit 315, 379, 473 with 56 homers and 438 RBI. Plus, had 127 career stolen bases. He also led the Eastern Colored League in triples and stolen bases in 1925 and won the Colored World Series with the Hilldale squad. So George Carr, this is a fun silver card right here, I think, for a lot of people. So there you go. George Carr, first baseman, 72 overall, in Perfect Team 23. All right, next up in the silver ranks. Ooh, this is a guy that has a name that I really, really really love. And that is 73 overall, Yustoquio Pedroso. Right-handed starter, 56 stuff, 70 movement, and 75 control. That is an 80 grade name right here. Fastball, curveball, changeup, cutter combo on Mr. Pedroso. 99 stamina, 63 on the hold runner, can throw between 86 and 88 miles an hour, is a fly ball pitcher as well. Pedroso played from 1907 to 1926, played in both Cuba and a little bit in the United States as well. Career record, according to Baseball Reference, of 109 and 110, a 3.58 ERA, and 4.5 strikeouts per 9. Now, a fun little fact about Mr. Pedroso. Threw a no-hitter in 1909 against the Detroit Tigers in a Cuban-American Major League Clubs series. And this was part of a set of baseball games played between Cuban and American teams in Cuba. Happened till about... Actually, kind of happened until 1953 or so. It went on until like the 50s, which was pretty interesting. So there we go. Yustoquio Pedroso. Not bad for a silver, I gotta say. I tell you, there's a lot of, and also a lot of my research is kind of like, stubs on Wikipedia for some of these lower level guys, because there's not a whole lot of information about them outside of stats and maybe like one fun fact about them. So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, and like Yuka says in the chat, we don't talk about enough about the Cuban dead ball players that are out there. Like, there were some really good ones that played back in the day. Some of whom did play in MLB. That is correct. That is correct. So there we go. Yustoquio Pedroso, 73 overall, right-handed starting pitcher in Perfect Team 23. All right, next up, we go back to the infield and we go back to third base. And we have 77 overall, Dewey Ceasy, third baseman from our Negro League collection. Dewey Ceasy, this is another fun name right here. Played from 1924 to 1938, played for the St. Louis Stars, Washington Pilots, Detroit Wolves, Columbus Bluebirds, Cleveland Giants, and the Philadelphia Stars. Hit .291, .357, .440 with 85 home runs, 632 RBI. There's the stats right there. 61 BABIP, 71 power, 92 avoid K, 81 contact, 76 gap power, and 50 on the eye. Pretty solid splits as well. Not a whole lot, not very splitty. Maybe just a tiny bit better against lefties, but not too much of a difference with this guy. Can play third base primarily, can also learn up at second. 63 range, 63 error, 79 arm, and 52 on the turn double play. 50 speed, 87 stealing, and 61 base running as well. I think I did use seam heads a little bit for some of the stats, but maybe next time if there is a Negro League set, I'll definitely look at that a little bit more. But I mainly go by what Baseball Reference has, but this is not a bad third baseman here in the silver level. Mr. Ceasy, he also helped the St. Louis Stars, one of those teams I mentioned he played for, to the 1928 Negro National League Championship. So pretty cool stuff right there. So yep, there we go. Not a whole lot here, but he was a native of Fort Worth. Made his debut in 1924 with the Stars, played with the Pilots in 32 and the Wolves in 32. Columbus in 1933, Cleveland in 1933 as well, and Philadelphia Stars from 1934 to 1938. So there we go. Dewey Ceasy, third baseman, 77 overall in Perfect Team 23. All right, next up, we have another pitcher, and this This is another solid one for the silver levels, if I do say so myself. And that, my friends, is Heliodoro Diaz, a 78 overall, right-handed starter, 72 stuff, 74 movement, and 72 control. This guy can play at the silver level most definitely. 70 fastball, 80 curveball, and 85 on the changeup. 94 stamina, 48 on the hold runner. Pitcher and catcher. So he has a little bit of catcher ability. Not too much though. I don't think we show that off on the next slide, I don't think, but not bad. Not bad at all. From 1926 to 1936, Heliodoro went 28 and 50 with a 4.15 ERA, 5.5 walks per Ks per 9, 3.4 walks per 9. Played mainly for the Cuban Stars and the New York Cubans in his career. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all that we really have on the guy. He's kind of, you know, there's not a whole lot on this guy, and that's pretty much all we know about him, unfortunately. Yeah, I know. The K was right next to the J, and it was, yeah. But there you go. Heliodoro Diaz. He also has some hitting ability as well, but you know, it's not too much, to be honest with you. I don't know why we show off the infield range on this, unfortunately. So I don't really have the catcher ability stuff. You know what? Hang on. Let me double check here. Let me double check the catcher ability here. Let me do that right quick. Because he plays pitcher and that uses infield range. Yeah, probably. That's probably why we have it listed right now. So let's see. Heliodoro Diaz. Catcher ability. Okay, so he has 51 catcher ability. That's 5'1". And 52 catcher arm. 5'2". So there you go. 51 catcher ability, 52 catcher arm. But he has 52 BABIP, 21 power, 79 avoid K, 55 contact, 43 gap power, 58 I for the pitcher. So there you go. Heliodoro Diaz also hit 210, 276, 265. Wasn't too special to play. He is in perfect team 23. Alrighty, so there's the silver cards that we're showing off for you tonight. Now let's get to some of the more juicier ones. Let's go to the gold level cards. And let me tell you, we got some fun gold cards for you. And we start off with 83 overall Frank Duncan from the Negro League collection. Whoo! Whoo! This catcher got a bat on him, man. 88 BABIP, 42 power, 77 avoid K, 89 contact, 98 gap power, and 82 on the eye. Little bit better against lefties than he is against righties. Woo-hoo-hoo. But man, some spicy hitting abilities right here. Now, defensively, not exactly the best catcher in the world, but he is serviceable. 68 catcher ability, 67 catcher arm. He is also qualified to learn first base as well. 56 speed, 87 stealing, and 87 on the base running with a 107 on the sack bunt. So this guy can definitely bunt pretty darn well. Pretty darn well. So Frank Duncan played for quite a few teams in his career. Played starting in 1920, went all the way up to 1945. That's a long time. That is a long time, but he was kind of a solid hitter. 257, 341, 334 on his career slash line, 14 homers and 339 RBI. Hit 323, 408, 453 between 1926 and 1930. So outside of those years, his hitting was kind of, not quite there. But that was a dang good stretch for him between 1926 and 1930. That's kind of when he really, really broke out as a hitter. Also, fun fact for Frank Duncan. In 1941, he played on the same team as his son, who was a pitcher. I believe his name was Frank Duncan III. I do believe. Let me double check that. Yep, Frank Duncan III. And those two are thought to have been the first father-son battery in professional baseball history. Pretty cool right there. What happened to Frank Duncan II? My guess is that is Frank Duncan II right there. So there we go. Frank Duncan, 83 overall catcher from our Negro League collection in Perfect Team 23. All right, let's move on to our next gold card of the evening. And you know what? This one is a bit of a fan favorite gold card. We're going to center field, and it is Pete Hill. 86 overall, Pete Hill, center fielder, 79 BABIP, 31 power, 96 avoid K, 86 contact, 95 gap power, and 64 on the eye. Can play left field, can play center field, can play a little bit of right field, can play a little bit of first base as well. 89 range, 82 error, and 62 arm in the outfield. So, decent defender out there. Very much better against righties than he is against lefties. So, kind of more of a platoon bat in the outfield here at the gold level. 52 speed, 58 stealing, and 57 on the base running with some pretty good bunting abilities. 93 sack bunt and 86 on the bunt for hit. Now, Pete Hill's career from 1905 to 1925. This is the part of my research where I started using some partial records to kind of calculate some stuff. So forgive me if I get stuff wrong. 322 average, a 388 on base in his career with 48 homers and 114 stolen bases. And Pete Hill was referred to back in the day as Black Baseball's first superstar. And a fun fact that Wikipedia has told me, he hit safely in 115 of 116 games in all levels, in all games that they've played. They were doing some barnstorming back in 1911 as well. So he is said to have hit in 115 of 116 games in 1911. That is awesome right there. So there you go. Pete Hill, 86 overall center fielder from the Negro League collection in Perfect Team 23. Yeah, why not 116 for 116? Because nobody's perfect. Nobody is perfect, Rob Deere. So there we go. All right, next up. Oh man, you know what? This might be, we've had some fun names already. This one is definitely up there. It is 87 overall, Steel Arm Davis, first baseman. Now this is a fun card right here for the gold level. Steel Arm Davis. 81 BABIP, 57 power, 75 avoid K, 86 contact, 78 gap power, and 74 I. Played first base, he played left field, he played right field. A little bit better against righties than he is against lefties. Has a little bit of speed as well. 56 speed, 82 stealing, and 53 on the base running. Cousin of Tungsten Arm Doyle. I wish that was the case. That would have been great. How are those outfield defense ratings? That is a great question. Let me look that up here. Steel Arm Davis. Let's see. He has 56 outfield range, 56 outfield error, and 94 outfield arm. So this guy got a bit of a cannon in the outfield. Pretty good stuff. A steel arm from 1920 to 1935 hit 323, 378, 479 with 26 homers and 290 RBI. Gotta be a bad dude to get that name. Oh man, this guy was something. Played 442 games, and in later years was a player manager for the San Antonio Black Missions. However, he was known to have a little bit of a hot temper in his career. And in 1941, 3 years after his playing days were over, he was unfortunately shot and killed in after a 1941 barroom brawl in Chicago. So, it's a little bit grim right there, but this guy, pretty good throughout his career. Played for a traveling team that played as far away as Canada, Iowa, Minnesota, Kansas, and North Dakota as well. So, and also staged exhibitions with Grover Cleveland Alexander when he was with the House of David baseball team in Michigan during the summer of 1938. So there we go. Steel Arm Davis, first baseman from the Negro League collection in Perfect Team 23. Also, he has some pitching stats as well, if in case you want to see them. I mean, it's nothing to write home about. 51 stuff, 49 movement, 61 control. He really only had like one season where he pitched mainly. 5-4, the 5.47 ERA. 21 of those games were in 1923. But you know what? He can hold runners. That's pretty good. Fastball, slider, changeup, splitter, cutter combo right there. So there we go. All right, let's move on. Our next card. Now this is a familiar name to a lot of baseball fans. Larry Doby, 89 overall center fielder. This guy, not bad at all. Not bad at all. 80 BABIP, 47 power, 86 avoid K, 86 contact, 92 gap power, and 83 I. Can play all three outfield positions, plus second base. A little bit better in left field, a little bit better in the corners overall than in center field, in my personal opinion. But pretty serviceable defense. 67 range, 68 error, 54 arm, 65 turn double play in the infield. In the outfield, he has 75 range, 76 error, and 73 on the outfield arm. Now, most of y'all know him as a Cleveland player. However, his Negro League career, not bad in the 5-6 years that he played in the Negro Leagues in the 40s. From 1942 to 1947, hit 340, 422, 589 with 20 home runs and 129 RBI. Fun fact, led the Negro National League in hits and triples in the 1946 season. And as y'all know, he signed with Cleveland in the MLB in 1947, and the rest was history. Became the first black player, I do believe, in the American League, and I believe the first black. No, that was Frank Robinson. I'm thinking he was a manager at one point as well. So pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. I might just be misremembering a little bit. I might be mixing them up a little bit, but either way, this is a solid gold card right here. Definitely will play in dead ball gold. Okay, so it was Frank Robinson first black American leaguer. Okay, yep. All right, definitely. All right, so there we go. Larry Doby, 89 overall in Perfect Team 23. Yeah, because sometimes my mind can go with a little whee. Sometimes so. All right, so there's the gold cards we were showing off. Let's get to the juicy stuff. Let's go with the diamonds. Oh, man, the diamonds. These diamonds, I'm telling you, there are some fun diamonds in this set tonight. And we start off with 90 overall, first baseman, Ben Taylor. Oh, that's a lot of blue. That is a lot of blue on this card right here. 90 BABIP, 43 power, 92 avoid K, 96 contact, 100 on the gap power, 88 I. Not necessarily a power hitter over at first base, but you know what? He can put bat on the ball. A little bit better against righties than he is against lefties. He can play first, left, and right. Defensively, infield, range of 48, error of 44, arm of 43, and turn double play of 41. So, you know, kind of what you think in a first baseman there. Outfield, he has a range of 60, error of 51, and an arm of 52. Speed of 54, stealing of 86, base running of 85 as well. Ben Taylor, in his career from 1909 to 1929, hit 332, 395, 457 with 36 home runs, 708 RBI, and that's once again using partial statistics on my part. Played from 1920 to 1929 in the Eastern Colored League. Played mainly for the Indianapolis ABCs from 1914 to 1922. And that team was actually owned by his brother named C.I. Taylor. So that's a little fun fact right there. C.I. was actually half owner along with Thomas Bowser, and he was the manager of the Indianapolis ABCs. And that team was a very, very good team back in the day, rivaled maybe only by Rube Foster's Chicago American Giants during that time period. And he was also a co-founder and vice president of the Negro National League. Well, C.I. Taylor, but we're talking about Ben Taylor right now. This guy pretty good. Did he invent Taylor ham? Probably not. But there we go. Ben Taylor, first baseman, 90 overall. Fun card right here, if I do say so myself. In perfect team, 23. All right, let's go now to the pitcher's mound once again. We have a diamond pitcher for you right here, and it is Louis Teon Sr., right-handed starter. 83 stuff, 103 movement, and 70 control. Fastball, slider, curveball, and screwball combo on this guy right here. Now, Louis Teon, the father of Louis Teon. Pretty good. 37 and 28 in his career from 1930 to 1947. A 3.58 ERA, 6.6 strikeouts per 9, 3.4 walks per 9. Screwball, very, very good. 95 rated screwball right here. Whoo, Nelly. This guy can definitely play in some low diamond tournaments right here. 62 fastball, 58 slider, 54 curveball, and that 95 screwball. That screwball, ranked by Bill James and Rob Nyer, two baseball historians, as the 7th best screwball of all time. So that's some pretty high praise right there. And as y'all know, his son played in MLB. So there you go. Louis Teon Sr., 93 overall, can throw 90 to 92 mile an hour, 94 stamina, and 77 hold runners as well. Let me double check here. Louis Teon was a lefty. Oh boy. Okay. Yep. We're going to get that. We're going to get that fixed up. We're going to get that fixed up. Most definitely. Yeah. Definitely need to get that fixed up like real quick. We're definitely going to need to do that. So thank you. Yeah, because Baseball Reference has him as a lefty. I can't believe I didn't notice that until now. Apologies for that, folks. So yeah, the splits definitely check out then with the screwball. Yeah, his son was the righty. So there we go. Louis Teon is in. Louis Teon Sr. is a lefty, and he is in Perfect Team 23. Yep. Yeah, now that I'm seeing that again, yeah, that does make sense. Alrighty, let's move on. 94 overall. We go to shortstop, and it is George Scales. Shortstop card, 94 overall. Oh, man. This guy, pretty much a pretty decent middle infielder right here. 88 BABIP, 61 power, 71 avoid K, 93 contact, 102 gap power, and 90 on the eye. Tiny bit better against lefties than he is against righties. Defensively, pretty decent, I guess. 79 range, 78 infield error, 72 arm, and 70 on the turn double play. Probably don't really want to play him too much at shortstop. However, if you do get him and you don't have a shortstop, this guy can be serviceable over there. Mainly, though, might be better off over at second base, maybe third base as well. First base, he can play there as well. But this is not a bad card right here. Speed, stealing, base running, little iffy right there. But good stealing at least. 83 on the stealing. Okay, we're getting word from our buddy Nicolino in the chat. We have Teon Sr. as a lefty in the system, but the card art needs to be fixed. Okay. Whew. All right. So we're all good on that. Thank you, Nico, for the check on that. Appreciate it. Career for George Scales from 1921 to 1946. Hit 320, 422, 510 with 64 homers. That's a lot of homers. 490 RBI. Highly regarded by many in his time as a good curveball hitter. So, pretty cool stuff right there. Managed 12 seasons in Puerto Rico as well. So that's a pretty cool fact right there. Oh, let's see. Yeah, he managed... Yep, managed for 12 seasons in the Puerto Rican Winter League. All right. And led the Caribbean World Series champions in 1951. So, pretty cool stuff right there. George Scales, 94 overall in Perfect Team 23. And yes, that is a manager theme team card right there, EBC. Alrighty, next up. Oh man, this is another fun picture right here, I think. It is 96 overall, Max Manning, right-handed starter, 68 stuff, 102 movement, and 92 control. Really good movement and control card here tonight. A ground ball pitcher even. Haven't seen a whole lot of those tonight, but we have one right here. Can throw 94 to 96. Has a slider, sinker, and a splitter. Pretty good stuff right here. Max Manning was a very, very good pitcher in his time. From 1939 to 1948, he went 54 and 28 with a 3.21 ERA, 5.2 strikeouts per nine, 2.6 walks per nine. So didn't walk too many in his career. Led the Negro National League in wins in complete games in 1947. Had 12 wins that year, with 13 of them being complete games. Not bad. Not bad at all. 130 innings pitched. That also led the league as well. And he was a Negro League All-Star that year as well. Won the Negro League World Series in 1946. And that season, he just went 11-2 with a 2.84 ERA. You know, nothing too special. 12 starts, 11 complete games. This guy was good. Very, very, very good. So there you go. Max Manning A very, very interesting pitcher. He also served in the United States Army Air Forces during World War II. And another fun fact for those of you who are TV buffs, he appeared in a 2003 episode of the PBS series History Detectives, which featured an investigation into how a baseball field dedicated to Pop Lloyd came to be in Atlantic City during a period where racial discrimination was in force. So that's pretty interesting right there, that he was part of that. So there we go, Max Manning, 96 overall in Perfect Team 23. All right, who do we got next? Who do we have next? Oh. All right, so I might have put these a little bit out of order of overall, but you know what? Maybe this was on purpose. I don't know. I'm just going to say it was on purpose because I know some of you have been talking about this guy in the chat a little bit. How you guys want to see him. And that is 95 overall, Heavy Johnson. Heavy Johnson, right fielder, 95 overall. 83 BABIP, 79 power, 72 avoid K, 96 contact, 113 gap power, and 59 on the eye. Whoo, boy. Got some blue, got some green, got some teal on this one right here. This is a fairly splitty card. I am not going to lie to you here. Mainly a platoon bat, playing him against right-handed pitching. But man, this guy can crush right-handed pitching. Look at those splits. 86 BABIP, 83 power, 74 avoid K, 101 contact, 116 gap power, and 63 on the eye. Speed, stealing, base running, pretty good. 91 speed, 97 stealing, and 79 base running. This guy can play almost anywhere. Catcher, first base, shortstop, left field, little bit of center field, right field. Oh, man. 56 catcher ability, 57 arm. In the infield, he's got 77 range, 69 error, 69 arm, and 72 on the turn double play. In the outfield, he's got 68 range, 68 error, and 70 on the arm. He is solid at any position. Pretty good stuff. And it was pretty good in his career. 1920 to 1932, hit 370, 428, 592. 592 slugging. Whoo, Nelly. With 57 homers and 423 recorded RBI. This dude once hit a pinch hit home run with a fungo bat after getting up from a nap. That's how good this guy was. And it was said he could hit a ball out of any ballpark as well. So, pretty good stuff. Heavy Johnson, 95 overall, right field. Was he a heavy sleeper? Thank you, Alex, for the joke. Appreciate it. There we go. Heavy Johnson, 95 overall in Perfect Team 23. All right. We have a couple more diamonds to show off before we get to our perfects tonight. And oh man, we got a pretty decent one right here. 98 overall, Jose Mendez. Jose Mendez. 86 stuff, 93 movement, and 82 control. Not really too much in terms of splits right here. 85 stuff, 92 movement, and 82 control against lefties. 87 stuff, 94 movement, and 82 control against righties. He can throw a fastball, slider, curveball, changeup, and a splitter. He can play dang near anywhere except catcher. Except catcher. Never put on the tools of ignorance behind the plate. But he can play first. He can play second. He can play third. He can play short. He can play left. He can play center. He can play right. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. 98 stamina and 44 hold runners as well. Jose Mendez, in his career, a staggering 116 wins and 37 losses. a 2.22 ERA with 785 strikeouts and 1,429 innings pitched. This guy famously, in a 3-game series against the Cincinnati Reds exhibition series, held them scoreless in 25 innings pitched in 3 games. Absolutely insane. 25 consecutive scoreless innings in 3 appearances. He made 2 starts in that as well. Gave up just 8 hits, struck out 24 guys, only walked 3 guys. This guy was the real deal. This guy was the real deal. He also had to play the field a little bit after 1918 because he had some arm troubles. He did eventually get back into pitching, so that's why he has a little bit of hitting ratings right here. 64 contact, 32 eye, 61 eye, and 47 on the sack bunt. I said eye twice, didn't I? I meant 64 contact, 32 power, 61 eye, and 47 on the sack bunt. So there we go. Jose Mendez, 98 overall in Perfect Team 23. All right, next up, we got a catcher for y'all. We got a catcher. It's a guy that's pretty familiar name. It's Bismacki. Bismacki, 99 overall. 91 BABIP, 57 power, 80 avoid K, 96 contact, 84 gap power, and 66 on the eye. Get the song in the chat. Oh, baby, you got what I need. But you say he's just a friend, and he hit 328 with 390. On base percentage with 52 homers and 604 RBIs as well. Oh yeah. I regret nothing. Bismacki can play catcher, first base, second base, third base, shortstop, left field, and right field as well. Has a little bit of a fear of center field, I guess. 85 catcher ability, 73 catcher arm, 75 range, 74 error, 77 arm, and 76 on the turn double play. And real quick, I do at least want to tell you what the outfield ratings are. So let's see what we have. Outfield ratings, he has 65 range, 74 error, and 71 arm. So there we go. Speed stealing and base running, a little on the mess side. He's got 43 speed, 97 stealing, and 62 on the base running. Bismacki considered as black baseball's premier catcher of the late 20s and the early 30s. And he also mentored Roy Campanella. Roy Campanella. Might want to keep that name in mind, folks. Just saying. So there you go. Bismacki, 99 overall in Perfect Team 23. Alrighty, next up. Alright, let's get into some perfects. We have 3 packable perfects for y'all to chase tonight. And let me tell you, we got some good ones for you. We start off with 100 overall, Cristobal Torres. Cristobal Torres, center fielder. Oh, man. 100 BABIP, 49 power, 85 avoid K, 104 contact, 104 gap, and 68 on the eye. Can play left, center, and right. 86 range, 77 error, and 85 on the outfield arm. Not bad. Not bad at all. Can play a little bit of third base as well. Not bad. Pretty much a little bit better against righties than he is against lefties. Some good speed stealing and base running. 79 speed, 94 stealing, and 100 base running as well. 340, 427, 523 in Cristobal Torres's career from 1920 to 1932. Hit 55 homers, 530 RBI. He was dubbed the Babe Ruth of Cuba. Played in Cuba mainly from 1913 to 1927. Hit a staggering 411 in the 1920 season. This guy's good. And he's going to be good for a lot of teams. He is in perfect team 23. Alrighty. Next up. Oh man. So we've seen a lot of we've seen a lot of utility guys today. But you know what? I don't think we've in the Negro League sets that we've had, I don't think we've had a more famous utility guy in our Negro League collections than this next guy. And that guy is Martin Digo, right fielder, but he can play darn near anywhere. 73 BABIP, 97 power, 78 avoid K, 97 contact, 89 gap, and 58 I. A little bit better against lefties than he is against righties. Some decent speed stealing and base running as well. 72 speed, 94 stealing, and 93 base running. But this guy can play a lot of positions. He can play first, second, third, and short. But mainly, he can play left field, center field, and right field. 69 range, 63 error, 67 infield arm, and 61 on the turn double play. In the outfield, he has 88 range, 87 error, and 93 outfield arm. Whew! Plus, he can train up to an 89 over at first base. So, that might be advantageous to quite a bit of people. Not bad, not bad. Some big power, big contact against lefties. Fairly serviceable against righties as well. Hit 307, 389, 528, 68 homers in his career, 309 RBI. He was dubbed El Inmortal and was considered one of the most versatile athletes to play baseball in the history of baseball, pretty much. And let me tell you, for some of my research a little bit, I did read some of the Saber profiles on a lot of these players, and I know there weren't a lot on some of these, but Martin Digos is a very interesting read. A lot of the Saber profiles of these Negro League players are very, very interesting reads. I highly recommend you read this one. You read those, because Martin Digos was a very fascinating one to read as well. Alrighty, folks. So there you go. Martin Digo, right fielder from the Negro League collection in perfect team 23. All right, one more packable card to show off, and this was one that we showed off on social media later on today. Well, at least earlier today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Willie Wells, shortstop, 100 overall. 82 BABIP, 78 power, 85 avoid K, 99 contact, 83 gap power, and 79 I. Very solid bat at shortstop and solid defense as well. 102 range, 90 error, 89 arm, and 91 on the turn double play. Can play shortstop and can also play some third base as well. fun stuff right there. 96 speed, 93 stealing, and 92 base running, so he can run a little bit too. That's a big plus right there. Little bit better against lefties than he is against righties, but he's pretty solid either way. So from 1924 to 1948 for Willie Wells, he hit 330, 407, 535 with 65 homers and 140 RBI. Widely considered the best black shortstop of his day, and is widely considered to be the first player to use a batting helmet. I believe I read that his first batting helmet was actually like a construction hat. So, pretty interesting factoid right there. I did not know that before yesterday when I figured out these cards. But there you go, Willie Wells, 100 overall. Honestly, this is right up there with some of the best shortstops in this game right now. Like, that's pretty darn good. So there we go. Willie Wells shortstop card is in. Perfect Team 23. So there's a look at the packable cards tonight. But as you all know, we had some missions with Negro League 1 back in, when was it? May, June, somewhere around there. So, I jumped the gun a little bit. So we will have mission rewards, but there's some of the other Negro League cards that you will find in packs tonight. Andy Cooper, Alejandro Ohms, Jose Munoz, Wilson Reedus, Grant Johnson, Goose Curry, Harry Salmon, Wade Johnston, Basilio Rosell. A lot of these are fun names. Buzz Clarkson, Phil Cockrell, Dizzy Dismukes, Frankie Austin, Wild Bill Wright, Dave Malarker, Cheney White, Fats Jenkins, Frank Warfield, Jim Brown, not that Jim Brown, but a Jim Brown, and Connie Rector. That is correct. No irons. No irons. So there you go. So there's some other Negro League cards you will find tonight. Now, we have mission rewards for y'all. So, we will have 2 missions with the Negro League 2 cards. And if you complete the Negro League 2 missions, you'll receive cards. Now, 1 card for each mission, by the way. So 1 card for one mission, 1 card for the other mission. Let's take a look. Roy Parnell, 100 overall, is the reward for the Negro League 2 Early Years collection. 88 BABIP, 65 power, 90 avoid K, 101 contact, 99 gap power, and 82 eye on this left field card. Pretty decent range, error, and arm out there. 83 range, 82 error, and 75 on the arm. Can play left field, center field, and right field. 86 speed, 85 stealing, and 87 on the base running. In his Negro League career, he was a very, very good hitter. Hit 328, 386, 482 with 39 home runs and 374 RBI. His 1927 rookie season, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 422, 464, 653 in his first season in 1927. Not bad, not bad, not bad at all. Yes, these missions are for Negro League 2 cards. All right? There are 2 missions for the Negro League 2s. We're splitting them up into early years, and we're splitting them up into later years. So just so we are clear. So there's Roy Parnell. He is the early years reward for the Negro League collection for Negro League 2. All right, and now for the Negro League 2 later years reward. It is Roy Campanella catcher card. Ooh, boy, this is a solid one right here. 81 BABIP, 83 power, 81 avoid K, 99 contact, 88 gap power, and 80 eye. A catcher with eye. A catcher with eye. Ah! Look at that. Plus, pretty good defense as well. 92 catcher ability and 88 arm. Not bad, not bad. He's got 49 stealing, 49 speed, 62 stealing, and 58 on the base running. In his Negro League career, he was a solid hitter from 37 to 45, hit 322, 385, 486 with 17 homers and 159 RBI. He led the Negro National League in average in 1944 and 1945, signed with the Dodgers in 1946. And as y'all know, Roy Campanella, famous catcher in Dodger history. So there you go. Roy Campanella is the later years reward for Negro League 2. But wait, there's more. So if you complete all the Negro League 1 missions and all the Negro League 2 missions, you will get a big mission reward. Oh, baby. So if you complete all the Negro League 1 missions and all the Negro League 2 missions, ladies and gentlemen, you will receive. Oh man, this is a good one right here, folks. It is 100 overall, Oscar Charleston. Oscar Charleston, center fielder, 102 BABIP, 76 power, 93 avoid K, 118 contact, 107 gap power, and 65 eye. Ooh, buddy. Oh, man. Look at the splits against righties here. 104 BABIP, 77 power, 95 avoid K, 121 contact, 109 gap power, and 67 eye. He can play center field mainly. He can train up in left and right field. And he can play a little bit of first base as well. 96 range, 92 error, and 95 arm. This guy you will want. Plus he can run. Look at the speed stealing base running here. 110 speed, 105 stealing, 122 on the base running. This guy's going to be a menace on the base paths as well. This guy going to be good. Honestly, he's probably one of the best center fielders, if not the best center fielder that we have right now in the game. Fun stuff. And the perfect point sale goes through the 12th. That is correct. But yep, Oscar Charleston in his Negro League career from 1920 to 1941. 364, 449, 615 with 143 career homers, 209 stolen bases, second highest career average of all time in the major leagues behind Ty Cobb. That's an accomplishment right there. Considered the greatest center fielder of black baseball. And what better way for a Negro League complete reward than Oscar Charleston. That's a fun card right there, and he is going to be in Perfect Team 23. So there you go. There's your Negro Leagues 2 collection. Some fun cards. Now, I know what you're thinking. All right, where's this guy? Where's that guy? Well, you know what? Maybe we just have plans for the future with those cards, all right? So, stay tuned to future Twips. We might have them in some future sets. Who knows? We have plans. We have plans. So there we go. Those are the cards we got tonight. Oh man, so much stuff. So much stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look before we sign off at last week's tournament top 10. In the daily traditional route, we have KJ22 with 171 points, topping the daily traditional route. C. Whitman and the Castroville Mashers in second with 168 points. Admiral Relativity in third place with 167 points. Frogert, Galoy, RDT, DR Sox, Bluebird Silver, Ace Rutherford, and KC86 rounding out the top 10. Over in the weekly traditional tournaments last week, Cookie and the Family Madrigal in first place with 86 points. Mr. Audit in second with 83. Bahoot in third place with 80. Adacep, Polycarp, BKN Mets fan, Yonk, Esther 31, Galoy, and Metadurden rounding out the top 10. In the perfect draft realm, in the daily drafts, Sea Shockers and the Wedgwood Whomping Willows finished in first place last week with 67 points. Opal Dog and the Vidal Buckeyes finishing in second place with 66 points. Stephen Hero in third place with 61 points. Delamo Don, Laptop Hound, Camel's Back, DR Sox, Tumplewumpa, DPL1, and Tyron, however you pronounce that, rounding out the top 10. And we are getting word that cards are live. Cards are live. So have fun, folks. In the weekly perfect drafts, last week, Triple Play 83 in the Central Bucks finishing in first place with 37 points, and missions are live as well. JDB 79 and the Jackson Generals in second place with 31 points. Cyrus Bell and the Burbank Looney Tunes in third with 30. RDT 2424, Sid Janis, JB Holmes, Bredav, Defoe, Seawit, and EC the Lion rounding out the top 10. And now, as for this week's tournament top 10 update, here's how the standings look as of just before 7:30 today. Daily traditional tournaments, Galoy in first place with 115 points. Frogert in second with 99. Bluebird Silver in third with 96. Draglefred, Slensner, Isadafo, Lowly Worm, DR Sox, Yonk 2, and Jake P316 rounding out the top 10. Then in the weekly traditional tournaments, Will 777R and the Orlando Kingsmen in first place with 62 points. Dekudla and the Nafo Fellas in second with 52. Esther 31 and the Minneapolis Mittlers in third with 50 points. Followed by Khan, San Mames, Metadurden, Chino 2, C. Whitman, Lock Robster, and FJC1 rounding out the top 10. And in the perfect draft realm, Slensner is leading the daily perfect drafts with 42 points. PJ Sleaze and the Massachusetts Master Batters in second place with 41. Great One 76 in third with 41 as well. Walker Steele, Occam's Red Eclipse, Space Lion, Heoli, Mutant Panda, and Nate Nanimus rounding out the top 10. And in the weekly perfect draft swing set, Real Hot Snow, Mac Jax, Attica, Angelo Glorioso, Moses K, Nopin, Bredav, Roscoe Bosco, and Plastic T3 in our top 10. So there we go. There we go. This has been episode number 171 of This Week in Perfect Team. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate it. Have fun ripping packs. Just have fun tonight, all right? I really appreciate y'all being here tonight. Have a great night, everybody. This has been DishNet34 signing out, and I'll see you on Saturday for the PTCS.